Hey, we are with Professor Douglas Bushman of the Augustine Institute, and you're chair of New Evangelization. You've been giving the talks this morning here at the Catholic Radio Symposium. Very well received by everyone from what I can see.
Oh, well, I'm delighted to hear that. I think it says something about the group of people, their devotion and their love for their apostolate. They seem to be primed and ready for what I had to say.
Now, you're chair of the New Evangelization. One of the things I've noticed from your speeches, the New Evangelization in some ways isn't all that new. It's as if Vatican II was constantly talking about this message that seems not to have been done in some cases.
I think that's really important. On one level, there's nothing new about the New Evangelization because the message has been the same since Pentecost. What's new is the circumstances in which the church's contemporaries find themselves. And so the challenge for us is to find new ways to be faithful to God and to the gospel, but to be faithful to the men and women of our age by doing everything we can to translate the gospel into a language that will be understood by them and by which they will find the gospel to be compelling for their lives.
Now, you also talked about, and I immediately thought of Paul's letter saying, I am to the rich I am rich, to the poor I am poor, to the Jew I am this, also that I may save some. And that really was the theme of your message, the connecting message in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that's correct. I become all things to all men so that as many as possible will be saved. That's what love does to you. When each one of us has a kind of favorite way of loving people, but sometimes we have to get out of what we call our comfort zones, and we have to, what love is all about is enriching the existence of the one that you love. And love cannot rest until the one that you love is enriched, is better off, is happier. And so, I'm an academic, I do a lot of teaching. That's kind of the normal way that I love people. But I have to be prepared to go to a soup kitchen. I have to be prepared to pick someone up off the street if need be. And I might not be very good at it, but I'm going to find a way to love someone in need. And so you're absolutely right. Charity is the soul of the New Evangelization, and charity will make you very creative. It will make you forget yourself, get you outside of yourself. The only real question is, what's best for the person that I want to love?
So it's all a question of, as you said in your speeches at the symposium, knowing your audience and delivering to the audience the message of Christ's love in whatever way they're most receptive to it.
That's exactly right. Look, we have a group of corporal works of mercy, and we have a group of spiritual works of mercy. And so, people can be ignorant. They can need forgiveness. They might need to be corrected. I have to be ready to adapt to whatever the circumstance is. Some people are thirsty, some are naked, some are lacking housing, some people are in prison and need to be visited. So you can, and by the way, those lists are not exhaustive. But they show us that there's such a wide range of situations in which people find themselves, and our challenge is to be prepared to meet them in those situations with the love that they need.
And where can we find more about the Augustine Institute online?
Thank you. Just go to augustineinstitute.org, and you'll find our webpage and all the information that you need. The Augustine Institute has two branches. We have a master's program in the New Evangelization, and then we have a parish and diocesan services branch. We're producing really some revolutionary educational productions right now, like Symbolon, Beloved, Reborn, and so you're going to find more and more at the Augustine Institute that will help you in a parish, as a parent, to educate your children, to talk about, and to become fully informed about the Catholic faith.
Professor Douglas Bushman, Augustine Institute, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.